Morning, Tuesday, November 19th, 2024. So I've got the hood out here in the sun. Put the second coat on yesterday. Now I'm just letting the sun bake it dry. And then I'll go over it with the 1500 lightly, tack it off. The next coat will go on. That'll be the last coat. Putting 3 coats on everything. Want to make sure I got a nice thick buildup of paint. Helps it last the New England winters. You know, I think about this truck. I'm like I said, it's a future truck that I'm putting together. It's got a great stereo, and it's got a Blaupunkt stereo in it and everything. I only listen to radio. I don't need CDs or anything like that. But it's going to be a pretty cool truck. That's going to get one more coat later on today. Right now I've been working on the grill. So I had some issues with the grill where some parts, the plastic was broke. So I made this metal piece, glued it in behind with a 2-piece epoxy. I used a washer on this one. And then on the other side, I had to make a piece because the whole piece was about broken off. So I made this metal piece and epoxied it on. And that's stage 1, because now I'm going to sort of build a small barrier right here. And then I'll stick something through the hole, and I'm going to fill that in with some epoxy just to try to make it look like this should. The little piece that goes down and around. And that's kind of the plan on the grill. Be nice to just open up the catalog and order a new one, custom one, metal one. Hey, but I'll make mine because 1, I'm cheap, and 2, I just like the thrill. Pause. So made my little got to put a little piece rolled up now to make a hole where the screw's going to go through. I make like a form out of tape. This is going to go through the hole where the screw is. Probably could have done this before I hit start on the camera, but what it's going to do, like I say, is make it easier for my drill if I have to pass through. So I'm just going to stuff that into the hole. Now I'm going to take my epoxy, get on in there, and make this thing. It's going to look a little sloppy at first, but I sand it later on, and basically right now I just need to get the stuff in here, get it as flat as possible. Don't need to play with it too much, just enough to get it spread around. And like I said, I can sand it later on, but this is going to add to the strength. Okay, I'm just going to leave that alone now. Move on to the next one, which is up over here. So I'm going to turn this around. This was all broke prior to me purchasing it. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Somebody might have whacked into it or something. I don't know. But it's totally fixable. There's no cosmetic damage out on the front of it. So on this one, I can actually just go around that hole there, make another little piece. When I was working on cars down south, I would buy like a lot of Novas and Camaros, and well, the grills would always seem to take a beating on those plastic grills. Just don't hold up well. Kids hit them with basketballs or whatever, you know what I mean? It's just so many things. Parking lot accidents. And I used to put them all back together as best I could, if I could. If there was pieces missing, it'd be a little more difficult, but a lot of times it would just be like a piece would be smashed, and I could put it back together. And it's amazing how when you're trying, I did these cars for sale, and The little things like just a broken grill will turn somebody off. They'll be like, oh, the car had damage. You know. This two-piece epoxy works real well to substitute for the plastic, and you can brush a little flat black on it and you can hardly even tell it was this, you know, or whatever color's there, silver or whatever color was on the grill. There's number 2. And the third one, I have to get from underneath here. This one's kind of upside down, but it's only just a little bit because this one here wasn't all the way broken. I can just add a little on and that's good. Looks good. Just make sure my hole is clear. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Now this has to sit and dry. Looks good. So you can see I just filled in where it was broken. It's a little rough, but that's okay. When the tape comes off, you hit it with the sandpaper. Same thing on this side. I got it filled in, and I'll hit it with the sandpaper. And then when the grill goes in, it'll be it was like right in this area. There were screws to put some small screws in there. I won't over tighten them too much, and we'll be good to go. Going to be getting that last coat on the hood. Uh-oh, a little lucky. See how she went around the pole? Now she's trapped. Should pull my whole tent down over here. What are we gonna do with you, huh? Where are we going? Oh, there you go. Okay. She's enjoying the sunshine. She's been good so far this morning. Not too much. Yesterday, she went running off with the cable around my leg, and I got a bit of a burn on the back of my leg, man. Little sucker. I gotta watch her every minute. Out from Rest of Rhode Island. Me and Lucky the Terror Dog.